It's been a while since we've driven this Woody, and I was looking forward to this episode, getting in the Woody and driving again. But I looked at the weather forecast, and for the next 6 days, rain. And Woodies don't like the rain. So we're gonna put the Woody away and take something more modern. Welcome to North Carolina. We're on the road heading east towards the coast. Some of the tips I've been giving on Barn Find Hunter over the past several years, how to be a successful barn find hunter, is to, well, drive an interesting old car, like the 39 Ford Woody that you see so often. Don't necessarily go out on Sundays, because Sunday's probably the worst day of the week to look for old cars because people are doing things with their family. And don't go on holidays. Well, guess what? This Barn Find Hunter, we're breaking all the rules, 3 strikes. We left the Woody at home because we have 7 days of rain. It's a Sunday, and in the South, it's a holiday. It's the Daytona 500 Sunday. So we're gonna see what we can find despite all those problems. We have no leads going into this event right now. We're gonna go out and film episodes the old-fashioned way, hunting for old cars, which is what I love to do. Just ride down the road, looking behind that house, looking behind that barn, and talking to old guys who might know of other old guys that have cars. See that van in the back there, right there? All right, what do you think? Let's go for it. Just found a guy with, an old panel truck, but then as we got closer, there's a panel truck and a gasser. And I said, don't tell me what it is under the cover. Is that a Mercury? He said, it's 53 Merc. And it had a straight front axle, a 454 Chevy engine, 4-speed, a project car. He said, but I've got to go to work. Darn. Okay, let's see what we got here. You know what's funny? You always see Jag sedans parked. I think there were more Jag sedans parked than there were on the road. Where are old cars hidden? Well, they're hidden in plain sight. They are where you are. We just pulled down this road and saw a guy with a bunch of cool cars in his yard. Well, you know what? We're going there right now. I guess I'll knock on the door, huh? Thought I saw a Chevelle. There's an old coupe with a blue tarp on it. I'm just gonna knock on the door, and if I don't get killed, maybe we'll have an episode. Not today. Okay. I talked to him about the video series and would like to come and talk to him about his cars. He looked out in the driveway and saw a pickup truck. He said, nah, not today. I guarantee that if I were driving the Woody and was sitting in his driveway, he would have said, let me go get dressed, I'll be right out. So let that be a lesson, that driving an SUV or a pickup truck or something modern does not help the cause. Drive something old. Well, riding down this road in Wilmington, just going up and down random roads, and there's an old Beetle. I saw the 1300cc logo on the back trunk. I said, oh, that's a 66. So I knock on the door. His wife answered the door, and she said, that's my husband's piece of, I'll get him for you.
Oh, no.
So, you know what? I'm a Beetle guy, and it's an old car. So tell us about this Beetle, would you?
Well, I'm the second owner. I've had it 25 years.
So it's a 66 1300, right? Was this your everyday driver?
Yes, absolutely.
Huh. I mean, these look very familiar because I was a surfer. Tell us about these surfboard racks.
Well, these are Bearcrafter surfboard racks, and these are, this is the only vehicle they've ever been on. And they were at one time bright blue here. It was put on there when they were brand new. They're the most original part of the car.
Is this original paint?
Yes. The dealer that supplies paint to restorers or for restorations calls it a ruby red. And if you look up under the headliner or behind the headliner, you see it's literally a ruby red in there.
So what are your intentions for the car?
My son, who is 25, would like to take it and get it running again. I would rather somebody take it and enjoy it. It has the original radio in it, but when it was converted to 12 volt instead of 6, they unplugged the radio so it wouldn't blow the radio. So unfortunately, I have that wonderful radio on there, which is probably worth the same amount the car is.
Do you remember what you paid for it 25 years ago? When you told your wife you're going to get a new Beetle?
400.
$400.
Yeah. Yeah. It's seen its better days, but the days it has seen have been very good days.
Are you going to ask $400 from your son to get your money back?
I'd be lucky to get that. We don't have any idea what the mileage on it is.
Yeah.
But I put 160 on it. So I drove it everywhere and all.
Did you
that.
have the motor rebuilt?
Didn't need it.
You know, we've had possums jump out at us, cats, dogs. Yeah, what was that one in buzzards were living inside it? That Cadillac?
Well, listen, here's the best story there is. The mice got in one time and I couldn't get the mice out. I had a friend call and said, I have found a rat snake in my backyard. Will you please come get it? And that's sort of my deal, is people have snakes or reptiles or stuff. So I brought the snake over here, put the snake in the car, and came out the next morning and curled up on the front seat was the snake. It was like snake head, lump, and then snake tail. So.
Doesn't look so bad.
Nope, just a very old Boy Scout raincoat.
It doesn't look like there's even mouse remnants here. You just chopped up paper and stuff.
So, well, I hate to disappoint you on the mouse. Give me a few minutes, I'll find some. I can put a cat in there.
Well, listen, thank you for me interrupting your life.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
We met a police officer yesterday, and I pulled over because that's what I do. I asked police officers, you know anybody with old cars? He said, well, yeah, I got a 69 Chevelle in the barn behind my house. We're going to meet him and take a look at this Chevelle and see if he knows of any other cars in the area. But there's another clue for you. Don't be afraid to talk to police officers because they get around town and they know all these people. Corporal Ransom, or he said now that he's out of uniform, we can call him Riley, and he said, you know, I've got an old car in a barn on a property I own outside of town. Let's see what you got. Now,
Oh, sure.
this is a car that he's owned since high school, and he says it's real ugly.
Yeah, it definitely needs some work.
Now, this is perfect. Wow.
Yeah, this is her.
Wow.
Yeah. Right now, she's seen better days, that's for sure.
This is what year? 69?
69.
69 Chevelle, and what motor's in there?
It's a Crate 350. It's not the original motor.
Uh-huh. And it's automatic,
It is
rally wheels. So you've had this since what year?
since 2001.
And it was your high school car?
Yep. I drove it junior year and senior year.
What'd you pay for it? Do you remember?
$6,500.
Really? Good
And it was running. I had to walk to buy it.
Is that right?
I did. I hitchhiked from here to Lillington, North Carolina.
Wow.
I guess it's about 2 hours from here. This has been my dream car since I was small.
And so is it pretty solid body, floors and stuff?
It is. The body's solid. The only bad part is below the window with that vinyl top. It's the.
Yeah.
It happens with all of them.
Huh. And so what's your intention? You gonna restore it?
Hopefully one day I'll have enough money that I'll have a garage at my house and I'll be able to tinker with it.
Yeah. Are you like a
Yeah.
mechanic guy? You kind of do that stuff
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah. Some of it.
It's a 350, I guess.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it souped up at all? It's got a 4-barrel. It's got dual exhaust.
Let me see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there you go. AC car. Did that AC work while you owned it?
It did.
Really?
It did.
So you got power steering, manual brakes, air conditioning. It's an odd combination. You don't want to sell it, do you?
No. No.
Good. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, that's pretty neat. To have a
No.
car from your high school days.
Yeah. I love this car.
Okay, and there's your state inspection sticker, 2004.
That would be the last time it got inspected.
Yeah. Do you think it's things living in here?
I can see. I doubt there's any raccoons living in it,
Right.
but there's definitely some wasps
Yeah,
that have.
Yeah. So has it been sitting here since you took it off the road?
It has. Yep. I lived here when I took it off the
so
road.
like 15 years it's been here.
Yep.
Well, I hope you get it
She's
back
beautiful.
together.
I hope so too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. it sounds like Riley bought this in pretty good shape in 2001.
2001.
2001. He paid $6,500 for it. Now it's not in very good shape, but it's still worth more than he paid for it, even in its depreciated condition. Haggerty values this car in the number 4 condition at $11,300. In good condition, $15,700. Excellent condition, $20,300, and in concours condition, $26,900. Which, you know, some of the cars we look at, you know, the concours condition is up to $110,000 or more, but this is not an SS. It doesn't have a 4-speed, so it's kind of every man's Chevelle, and it was reasonably priced to buy it. And if you wanted to buy one now, and we were able to find one, you could buy it at a reasonable price as well. You could buy the, as Haggerty says, Condition 1, the best in the world for $26,900. What a deal. So your hope is to, over time, invest a little bit of money and get it back in shape?
Yes, sir.
Well,
No.
there's the number. Don't go over that amount of spending and you'll be
Right.
okay.
No doubt.
Wow. Well, thanks for spending time with us on your day off, man.
No problem at all.
Appreciate it.
No
right.
problem at all.
Officer,
Thank you for coming out.
And if I come through town fast, just look the other
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Thank you. It just makes sense to talk to people who might be in the car world because they know other people in the car world. So we had no leads. We went to Southport, North Carolina, and we just couldn't make anything happen. We couldn't get any traction. So the police officer we met told us to go to Martin Salvage and Rebuilders. And so we went there, and he said, yeah, I know some guys with old cars. And he gave us a couple of names. And he said, yeah, and there's Buddy Lackamy. He's out there on Midway Road. You need to stop by his place because he's got old cars and boats in his front yard and his backyard. So here we are. And the nice thing about it is that Marvin Martin called here. And so he's been expecting us. Like, wow. Sometimes you luck out. Well, thanks for inviting us here, by the way. He said you can't miss his house. It's got everything you want right there. So I drove down there. I said, oh, there's a 36 Ford or 35 Ford.
35.
35 Ford. So can we start with that one?
Yeah.
So how long have you been collecting cars?
Well, I've been right here ever since 1960, and I've always messed with old cars, but I have junked some I wish I hadn't have junked.
Oh, I bet. So that's a 35 Ford four-door sedan.
I got every piece of it, including the bolts, to put it back together with.
So they're the headlights, the windshield winders.
Everything.
So this had suicide doors.
Yes, sir.
In the back.
Every piece of it, you know.
Now look at that air cleaner. Wow. Okay, so these are the inner fender panels.
Right. They're the running boards.
The other running boards. Let's go take a look at the fenders and grill are over here. You know, this is a grill to a 35 Ford Deluxe. One of the prettiest Ford grills ever made. I mean, it looks very much like a Mercedes-Benz grill. And this is may have been inspired by Mercedes-Benz because Edsel Ford was taking his styling clues from European manufacturers. 2 front fenders, 2 back fenders. So he said it's a complete car. Obviously it needs a full restoration, but it could easily be made into a street rod too. So how long have you had this car?
I've had this car about 6 or 8 months, I guess.
Oh, not long at all.
I got a bumper for it laying right there.
Okay, here's a bumper with a bumper guard. That's a deluxe bumper guard. This was like a grill protector, so nobody would back into your grill. That grill's in good shape.
Oh yeah, I got a complete car, but it was took apart when I got it.
Yep. Oh, so you didn't take the fenders off?
No,
or
sir,
anything?
no, sir. The only thing I done, I found out the motor wasn't stuck in it.
So that's the original motor. You can tell because it's got the water pumps in front of the cylinder heads. Aluminum intake manifold. So you want to sell this?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
What do you think you want for it?
Asking 35 for it.
3,500.
100.
Well, somebody that watches the show might say, wow, I need to go after that car. So that would be great. Now, it is a 53 Ford wagon, Chevy wagon here, huh?
Yes sir. I've had it running.
Really?
Yeah.
Still a 6-cylinder?
6-cylinder automatic.
That's a stove bolt 6. Now, what kind of shape is this in? The body and the floor and stuff.
Floor's out the front.
Floor's out in front.
Yeah,
So
floor's out the front.
you could sandblast this.
Well, it's got some rust in it. That 54, I got hood and all's the same,
Yep.
but it's just a difference in the grill on the 54.
Oh, is that all? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I had it running, sitting here, hooked the gas tank on, sitting outside.
Yep. So it's a stove bolt 6. Is that like a 216 cubic inch? I think?
216.
Yep. Single downdraft, probably a Carter carburetor. How long ago did you have it running?
I'm gonna say it's been about 6 months, I guess, since I got it in cranked. I just cranked it by pouring gas in the carburetor. I didn't move it back and forth or nothing.
Yep, yep. That water pump's frozen on there. And what would you ask for something like this?
$1,500.
$1,500. Oh, it's got big chrome wheels in the back on this
No,
side.
it's not got original wheels on it. Not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original wheels.
Yeah, so you can see the floor needs to be replaced here. Actually, on both sides. This is an ambitious project.
And I got this 39 that's in the shop in there. You can go on in there to it.
Oh, look at this. Ah,
It's up on the lift. I can't let it down.
39 Chevy.
39 Chevy. It's all original. I got the back fenders. I've had redone. I've had honest things. It's not here for this car. It's a radiator.
So 40 Chevy Ford. Did you have this one running?
Yeah, drove it where it's at.
Okay, and that's the hood for it right there.
That's the hood right there.
Okay. You've had that 10 years, so what are you asking for that one?
35.
And that's a runner right now.
I drove it in there, but it's not been cranked since.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's not stuck.
Yep.
I had the bumpers re-chromed and the grill re-chromed.
Have you
Yep.
really?
That cost half of what I'd take for the car.
bet.
You know?
All right, we'll find you. We'll just
All
come
right,
back
I'll
out.
be around here. Knock on the front door if nothing else.
Okay, thank you. Oh, you got a lot of stuff back here. So it's a 59 Chevy two-door Biscayne. That's actually a pretty nice car, I think. So it's a 3 on the tree. See, somebody can make a rat rod out of this. The body looks okay. Leave the body like it is, put in a modern drivetrain with disc brakes. That'd be a pretty cool car. See, somebody might be interested in that Volkswagen watching the show. Hello, we're here. Nah, it's pretty raunched up. But you know, I think guys are taking cars like this and making hot rods out of them. You know, I guess as long as the body is decent. Looks like the floor is, I mean, I can't see holes in the floor. There's the problem, it's missing a spark plug wire. And a Mercedes E-Class, a Mustang. Look at it, it's like a terrarium in there. A 5-liter Mustang GT terrarium, T-tops. That'd be good just for the drivetrain to pull out of that thing. Another Mercedes. You know, nobody's hot rodding Mercedes Benzes. Like nobody's grabbing stuff like that and putting small box Chevys in them. I think it's a car crying to get attention for. You know, the prices he gave us, he said, that's my asking price. So I think if any of you guys are interested in those cars, the asking price, I think in this case, is the starting point for negotiation. Because he said, I just want to get rid of this stuff. So let's go look at that 59 Ford, I guess, over here. 2-door, chrome fender skirts. Wow, isn't that something? 3 on the tree. Yeah, there's a clutch pedal in there. Huh. So tell me about how you find these cars. Like, do you just drive around neighborhoods looking for old cars?
Well, if you see some, you stop and ask about them.
You've always done that.
Yeah. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
Yeah. What about the 59 Ford?
That come from Kings Mountain.
No kid. That's a ways off.
Yeah. But the man delivered it to me. Put it here on a dolly.
So are there old cars in this area? Like,
No, sir.
not really.
Twin Hen Holders Beach has got a bunch of old cars, but he just got in a wreck in some pretty bad shape. Pickers has been in there several times.
I don't want to go where pickers went.
Well, they've been there. They've been there several times.
Yeah. Well, we met Buddy, and we were told that he had some cool stuff, and he does have some cool stuff. So we met him. He gave us a little tour around. He's got at least 6 old cars, plus probably 50 newer cars that he'd like to sell. But he said, I just want him to go. And you know, he wants to sell everything. So if anything here excites you, pursue them. But beware that this is the problem with living, you know, in an area that gets a lot of humidity and rain, that they're going to need some work. So you better be a good fabricator or welder, or maybe your brother-in-law's got a welder. This hasn't been the most productive Barn Find Hunter trip we've done, but it's real life. Sometimes you strike gold, and sometimes you hit dirt. So it just goes down the record book. Sometimes we really luck out and find somebody with 100 cars and buildings. And sometimes you just find a guy with 1 car, and it is what it is. It's not a science. So, well, join us next time when we take you in the magic Woody Wagon to southern Utah. Happy hunting.
Jazz there for 40 years.
He wants to be involved.
Sing for you.
Yeah, but at the State of the Union.